Hello and welcome. I'm David Widmar, co-founder and managing partner of Agricultural Economic Insights, talking with you today about an exciting new contest we're launching within the AEI Premium platform using the Ag Forecast Network tool. It is the 16 question, $1,600 yield forecast challenge. So between May and November, with all the USDA reports surrounding the WASDE and the yield estimates for the corn and soybean crops of this year, we're going to ask 16 questions to help you dial in your expectations and size up the uncertainty. And along the way, we'll have lots of fun prizes, including the grand prize of $1,600 in cash. So let's talk a little bit about this. For those of you already subscribed, you're already part of this project. Let's talk a little bit about competition. If you're not yet a member of AEI Premium or you're unfamiliar with the AEI Premium content and the Ag Forecast Network tool, share some steps for you to get started and get forecasting as soon as possible. The contest starts April 15th with the first round of scores being tabulated after the May WASDE report. But you can join at any point throughout the growing season. There'll be lots of monthly prizes and prizes along the way. So let's get started and talk a little bit about this contest, the Ag Yield Forecast Challenge. So just to back up a little bit, the Ag Forecast Network tool, we've observed there's not a lot of great tools to help decision makers in agriculture navigate uncertainty. And in fact, there's this process. We call it the triangle of doomed uncertainty. It's like a Bermuda Triangle of thinking. If we start with open-ended questions like, will corn prices go higher? What do you think the USDA has in store for yields? And then if we follow it up with vague answers or ambiguous answers like probably or seems likely, it never allows us to reach a true resolution. And so we never revisit how our thinking might have been wrong or how we might have been mistaken along the way. So if we don't have good questions, we don't give good answers, and we don't ever have an opportunity to learn from the past, we can't ever improve. And so this is a broken process and it spirals our thinking out of control. So the Ag Forecast Network tool is designed to help us overcome that. And we have questions around yield and commodity prices and interest rates and the macroeconomy. And this contest is, of course, going to focus on 16 questions around the USDA yield projection. So starting April 15th, there will be 4 of those 16 questions launched. The questions are going to focus on corn and soybeans. So the first 2 questions are, what is the probability of the November WASDE report for the 2022 estimating corn yields above 181 bushels per acre? Question number 2 is the same WASDE report asking about the U.S. soybean yield for 2022 being above 51.5 bushels. These are the estimates that the USDA used very, very early in its Outlook forum back in February. And so that is going to be the starting point. These 2 questions are very unique and they have a long time horizon. So we're going to follow those all the way to November. So this is going to provide us a really neat insight. And we've done this in 2020 and also in 2021. You can really see how expectations change throughout the growing season, and you can leave yourself some really good notes. Also opening April 15th are 2 questions specific to the May WASDE report. What's the probability of the May WASDE report estimating corn yields above 181 bushels? And what's the probability of the May WASDE estimating soybean yields above 51.5 bushel per acre? And what's really going to be fun about this contest is that these 2 specific questions, 3 and 4, they're going to be scored hours after the USDA report. You'll be able to see the points you've accumulated. You're going to see how you did. We'll follow it up with an email to let you know how things are going. And then we're going to immediately open up questions regarding the June WASDE estimate. And so whatever was estimated in May will become the question for June. What's the probability of the June WASDE estimating corn yields above the May WASDE estimate? And similar for soybeans. And we're going to continue that cadence through July, August, September, October, November. So 16 total questions. 8 of them will be for corn, 8 of them will be for soybeans. 2 questions will be the long burn questions, the long time frame that you've already see, and then of course 7 questions will be 7 rounds of questions, 14 total questions will be focused on each monthly May WASI. So I'll give you a lot of chance to earn points along the way. Now, how do we win? How do we score some points? Well, here's a look at how the Forecast Network tool provides you feedback. And of course, you can see in the score tab, every question gets a score. And so at the end, we're going to score up each question. So in this particular question, this isn't a yield related question, but as you can see, my participation rank was 100%. I got a percentile rank of 22nd percent. So 88% of the users did better than I did. I didn't get a lot of points for this particular question, but it scored a maximum of 2,200 points. And so we're going to start accumulating a leaderboard here over the first few months. You're going to see how you're going to be adding up points. So the maximum score for any question is 10,000. The minimum number of points you could earn is 0. How do we get the maximum? Well, that would be participating for the entire question activity. So you have a forecast submitted, the first day the question is open, and you get the highest rank. For the minimum, of course, you'd either need to have 0 participation or the lowest score. So it's a combination of how much of the question's life did you participate in and how well did you do relative to your peers through that percentile ranking. So within the leaderboard, we'll have a round 1 contest. There'll be monthly prizes along the way, but the round 1 contest will be for the questions resolved between May and August. There'll be 8 of those. The winner of round 1 gets a Yeti cooler. Round 2, again, through September and November, another Yeti cooler. And of course, the grand prize, the winner across all 16 questions will get $1,600 in cash. A lot of fun along the way, a lot of chances to learn, and a lot of things to keep an eye. So why should you join this contest? Why should you follow along? Well, the tagline we've selected for this is proving you're right has never been so easy. In a lot of cases, you're already following these USDA estimates. You're already trying to think about how these estimates impact your business or your farm operation or your marketing plan. And this is going to be a great way for you to convert data into insights. And so along the way, there's going to be a lot of pictures of growing conditions throughout the Corn Belt or throughout the plains. You're going to see a lot of private estimates. You're going to have your own farm data. You're going to see drought monitor maps. How do you convert all of that into insights? And this tool will help you convert all those data points into some idea as to where things are going. And finally, we think this tool and the AEI Premium offering helps you upgrade your thinking. You're going to be able to benchmark yourself against the consensus. So if you think it's a 70% probability of occurring, what does everyone else think? What's the average of the consensus? You're going to also be able to get some feedback from the scoring. How well did I do? Maybe I missed along the way. And finally, we're going to share all the AEI Premium content with you along the way, including the weekly updates of what crop conditions are saying, but also commentary around how we can think about all the data that are coming at us. So it's the tool, it's the content, and it's a way for you to navigate the uncertainty and to upgrade your thinking. So to wrap this up, how do you get started? Well, if you're not already a subscriber to AEI Premium, encourage you to go to forecastnetwork.com/trial, the free 14-day trial. You can get started. You can jump on one of our demos to learn more about the tool and learn more about the contest. And also, if you're unfamiliar with the contest, you're unfamiliar with AEI Premium, go to aei.ag/16-questions, and that'll be a great way for you to read some more about the contest and get started along the way. So again, encourage you to get started right away. April 15th is whenever the contest gets started. That's when the first questions will be launched. We'll send you an email to get you started. But of course, feel free to join at any time along the way. AEI Premium and Ag Forecast Network are designed to help decision makers, ag thought leaders, make better decisions. And so we are really excited to launch this challenge, this contest, and look forward to learning along the way with you. In the meantime, stay curious.